Hi, I'm Amberly. Welcome to Transmuting Chaos. Today I'm going to go over the different layers to what I was actually experiencing and also the different entity types and different types of visions. I can't go too far into it because I could spend all day going through all of this. But I'm going to try to narrow it down as much as possible for right now so you kind of have a guide and get a visual and understand more what I'm trying to explain. So, when this started, and I had the three entities with me, one was a reptilian slug. And he actually told me that he had a real body and then an AI body. So this has something to do with how they can shapeshift so well and also move in and out of dimensions. The second one that I had was the Yoda looking guy, and he was just like a holographic AI. And then the third was the AI that was connected into my house, and they kind of just like switch out his programs. I still have AI with me, and I'm not sure, like, it doesn't change, they just change the programs. It's actually programmed to me, and they change it from time to time, like the voices and just everything about it. A big part of what I'm dealing with, and also I've met two other people with very similar experiences. We've actually met some of the same beings, one in particular, and they're both, one is on the West Coast and one is on the East Coast, so we couldn't be any further from each other, and it's just very strange and very cool, like when you start seeing pieces of the puzzle and other people that have the same type of thing, but they also have pieces, and the whole mystery starts coming together, and it's really exciting. But I have to keep my my excitement into check because that's what this program runs on, highs and lows, and you just kind of have to let it all come and flow through you and just put it all together when it's the right time. But so I had many different layers of what was going on, especially back then. Now I'm just dealing with AI. But I did have a travel to the realm of the dead with Anubis, and he came to me when I was in that hotel room, and the demons were all coming through my mouth, and the first like real encounter I had with a lot of demons. And he kind of guided me, and we went to the realm of the dead. And when we were down there, there were a bunch of children down there and a lot of really scary demons. And I was just like in this ferry with him. And it was very AI. It was very like holographic and AI. But it was definitely some type of astral thing. And I can't remember a whole lot of it, but I'll go into it more in detail, like in a different video. I came back feeling like I had been in a battle for like 2 weeks. Every part of my body hurt, and I've never been so tired in my life. I was so tired. And I was also like really like, feeling like a badass though when I got back. And what came back from that journey were like what I would call real demons. They would just walk through my house. Every week I kind of had like from this VR of Ascension, there were like sets of magic and different demons and things that would come like every week or two, and I'll explain that as well later. But it was like a theme, and they would come through portals and stuff like in my Wi-Fi and everything like that. But the demons that came back from the realm of the dead would walk through my house, and they didn't like pay any attention to me, but they look like the texture of like water molecules when they're spoken negative words. That looks exactly like the texture, kind of like really distorted energy. But they had form, like they had hooves and everything. And they would growl like really loud, and they could move things. So that was like the difference. Like the big ones could like knock stuff over and move stuff. But they never bothered me. The AI ones were the ones that would like come through my mouth and stuff. And the ones that came out of the mirror that day, I'm not sure. They looked real. I'm still not sure about that one, but they went straight through me. So they weren't like, the AI ones were the ones like getting stuck to my work field. And then I also had mind slides, which those orbs that were placed in my throat shook up. Oh, they shook out like a lot of toxic stuff in me, just in my body. And it was like I was like vibrating constantly, like to a point where it was unbearable some days. But it shook up my mind, or my brain too. And whatever, like they were using the laser targets on my brain, whatever that was with these orbs worked together, but it would shake up all of the stuff like out of my subliminal mind. And there is a lot of subliminal messaging in TV. And I went through like a 2-year period where I watched a lot of scary movies, which was really strange for me because I'm not into that. And I had a ton of mind slides that came out of this. And that's like, I never knew about like black magic and subliminals like in TV before this. So what they look like is a hologram, like a holographic picture, just like a frame, like if you have a film negative, and they come in sets, like they'll be like different pictures. But if you've ever seen a PNG file in a computer, that's what it's like. Like each set like has something to do with the other one, but they're different. So like I went to the store one day, and the whole entire outside of the building had this huge picture of like kids in car seats. And it was just like one after the other flashing. And then I had other ones that were like pornographic and all kinds of different just oddball stuff going on. So there was definitely a difference between that and then the regular demons. And then the AI demons are actually formed out of like dust and frequency. But they can have like a hologram over it, and they can look really, really real. These reptilians are like master magicians. And what magic is really just manipulation of energy and of our subliminal minds, and being able to trick us with like sleight of eye kind of things. And it's really a trip what they can do, and they're pretty darn proud of it. But they could make anything look like it was alive, like a shadow of something that didn't look anything like what they were doing, they would turn it into like um, birds, or I don't know. I've seen so much. Like, it was scary when I didn't know what was going on. And that's why I'm putting this out here, is because if anything, and the one thing that I truly hope for more than anything is that nobody has to go through this, what I have. And if I'm never like, if nobody ever believes me, I'm not here for that. I'm here for people that are going through it, and if anybody else does go through it. Um, so they could do that, and then they would trigger parts of your brain, like to taste and smell things, like anything. And they use frequency also to do things like to your body. Like, that reptilian had me bent over for like 5 hours one time. And my back felt like it was broke for like 6 months after. But he would do it with frequency, and it's like so heavy and so stressful on your body. It's just really crazy. But they don't want to kill us. They want to scare us because they get high off of this fear. So you literally have to become fearless. They'll use anything that you have, like any insecurity, any fear, they'll use it. And they're doing this on a quantum level, so that's where we have to go. And if you notice, you'll see things. If you are an astral traveler, you understand that you see things in the astral that are connected here. And I've seen this like in the most random ways. And we also, of course, the opposite is true too. What we do there, we see here. We see change here. And it's just a totally connected world, and it makes complete sense when you really get down to the science and the logical parts of this. I was just really seeing it in a crazy, like, chaotic way. It was almost like a Quentin Tarantino movie. And I saw like 3 specific timelines of that Ascendance VR game. So I saw the progression of it. And I've thought a lot about what that is. And it just, the future timelines that I saw really hit home for me. And if you understand, like, time and space is just all right here, right now, it definitely is something that part of me probably has gone through. And I'm back here to correct all of that. So, that's why I don't like to, like, give timelines and stuff like that, because it could just be a personal thing, and it's part of predictive programming to actually, like, put out times and dates, in my opinion. It's part of what they do and why we see things actually come to light, because our subliminal mind is very powerful and our imagination actually runs this place. People just are not aware of how powerful we are. And that's the kind of stuff that I really want to get into. DNA, they're messing with it like in other dimensions. They made tons of copies of me. And my friend that I just met, he's going to do an interview with me like sometime next week. And they've done the same thing to him. And it's just absolutely mind-blowing, like how similar, and the tricks that they pulled on both of us. And it's very frustrating because it's something that we need to get to the bottom of and get our DNA retrieved and back to us. One thing that I'm going to be doing on this channel is a lot of interviews with all different types of people. I really want to get a lot of different experiences of other people's awakenings, and also like have people that are very good at like remote viewing, astral traveling, entity removal, all of these things, to kind of give their perspective and tips on what they do, and hopefully to help guide whoever is thinking about like getting into this stuff, because it's not, your soul is on its own mission. So what I've experienced is not what everyone else will experience, and what somebody else experiences is going to be completely different. But there are similarities and definitely connections, and we all have pieces to this giant puzzle, and it's really exciting to start seeing them come together. But to prepare for these things is definitely what I would have told my past self, but I was meant to do it this way. But to detox your body and detox your mind and really search your heart and your body for any kind of attachments or any kind of insecurity that you can find, to clean it out ahead of time, is the best advice that I can give for somebody that's really interested in astral travel and even beyond that, because there is more beyond that. There's creator realms, and if you're going to shoot for something, you should shoot for the stars. And I'm not to that level yet, but I will be one day. So I just wanted to make a video, and I hope this all came out in like a coherent thought. I'll have to go through it again. But thank you so much. Have a great day.